I participate in Rock Out Cancer just because I've been touched by cancer in so many ways, from my family to friends. I think cancer touches everybody, and it's indiscriminate. It doesn't care if you're fat, it doesn't care if you're skinny, it doesn't care if you're in shape, it doesn't care if you're sitting on the couch watching TV, it doesn't care if you're a child, it doesn't care if you're an adult, it doesn't care if you're black, white, purple polka dotted, it doesn't care. It touches you, it touches everybody. And I've had people that I've known, like for example, Lennox and my grandson, his grandmother on the maternal side, her name was Abra. She got cancer, started as colon cancer. They treated it, cured it, it was in remission. Then she developed cancer. It's some special kind of cancer called MMMT. And it's a cancer that women only get, and it's of the fallopian tubes and the uterus. And they attributed it to the radiation treatments that she got for colon cancer. And she ended up dying. And that was Emily's mom, Lennox's grandmother. I had a dog that died of cancer. And that isn't that big a deal to some people, but I'm a dog person. And this dog had come into my life when my boys had left the nest after high school. And his name was Achilles, and a lot of people knew who Achilles was. He was a 90-pound pit bull, and he got brain cancer. And by the time we figured out what it was and what was wrong with him, it was too far gone, and so I had to put him down. And my family history is extensive with cancer. I fully expect to die from cancer. I have a family history of colon cancer. I have a family history of melanomas. I've personally had 3 melanomas cut off of me already. My skin doctor told me that she thinks that they weren't sun-related, but were instead that I'm predisposed genetically to have cancer. So I feel like at some point I'm going to get cancer and it's going to kill me. I go through all the screening stuff. I've been doing colonoscopy since I was 45 because of the colon cancer history in my family. I've been seeing a skin doctor for 15 years, and like I said, I've had 3 cut off of me already. My dad had 2 brothers. My family history is all on my father's side. My dad had 2 brothers. My Uncle Bill, which was the oldest brother, died of colon cancer. My Uncle Hugh, which was also an older brother of my dad, got a melanoma on his eyebrow. Now these guys, in my dad's era, they didn't have a bunch of pre-screening. They didn't have a bunch of tests that they went through to check for cancer. Cancer would come up at a doctor's appointment, or it would come up, when they were looking for something else, or they would have a surgery and they would find cancer, or it would get so bad where they would just have to have something done to it. My Uncle Hugh had a melanoma on his eyebrow, and it got so bad finally he had to get it taken care of. And when they did take care of it, they took out his entire eye, his lower sinus, his upper eye orbit. They just left this huge crater in his face, and he had to wear a patch for a long time, but they weren't able to get it all because of how extensive it was, and it ended up killing him. And my dad was diagnosed with colon cancer in 2004, and they treated it and they extended his life a little bit, but in 2005, the fall of 2005, he got worse. And we all knew that he was going to die. And on December 28th of 2005, I got a call from my sister, and she said my dad was gone. And so it was a bad deal. I mean, but my dad was a Texas fan, and Texas and USC were getting ready to play in the national championship game. Somebody, and I can't remember who it was, found a hat that was a national championship hat, and it said Texas Longhorns National Champions 2005. And I guess they make them up, for both teams, the Texas ones and the USC ones, and they just make them ready to go for whoever wins the championship. So we found one of those hats, and we buried my dad with it on New Year's Eve. And then the game came.
Now he's got to throw it, and throws it high and out of bounds, and the game is over. Texas has defeated Southern California 41-38. to win the national championship of college football.
I hate cancer. I hate it.